Have you ever woken up with a song on your mind? This morning I got up with this song. I forgot who the artist was. I think the title is Wind Beneath My Wings. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And for me, I understood this for years now. And right now there's a notification that came up on my screen that says, Love yourself. I'll post it in the video afterwards. This is something that I knew for years now, that when you wake up with songs on your mind or you get a random thought in the shower or you turn on the radio and then there's a song that fits exactly what your situation is. You're at the stoplight and then a bus drove by with something on the side with a message. Now, this is only for people who are tuned in, who pays attention to this, but the signs are there for everyone. I want you guys to understand I am a soul that came here to go through all the things that I've gone through to be here right now teaching this. This is just the ground level. This is just me starting out. Um, but this is what I'm here to do. And maybe starting out on a YouTube channel, but this is my life for the rest of my life here in this form or whatever form. I've naturally been a teacher since I was old enough to remember. And that's without the ego, right? This is just what my life has been. But I do believe that I have the answers. These things are signs from your higher self or God. Your higher self is no more than a condensed piece of God, the great I am. And it is of God and inseparable to God. Whatever God is, it is also. And it has the potential to do everything. Hi, Dinky Dudes. My little baby just walked in the room. One thing you got to understand is that you are not alone here. You are not alone. You have a higher self that is always there. It's with you. It cannot leave you. And along with your higher self, you have guides. And to each person, from what I've learned from the other side, is that each person could have up to 4 guides. And sometimes you have guides who step out and step in when it's necessary. Let's say when you change different gears in life, you have other guides that step in to take on from the next one, to take you for the next level or the next chapter. But the point being, you are never alone. Now, the reason that life feels so hard here is that you are stuck in the human story. You think that you are your body. And I don't want to stress this without getting my point across, but I cannot not stress how important it is for you to master detaching from the human story. You are not the human story. Now, the story is necessary because the story is what built the character to be able to unfold or bring your purpose forward. But the purpose is the purpose. The purpose was established from the other side before coming in here. Now, as far as finding the purpose, you have to first master living inside the vehicle, because the vehicle has a mind of its own. It responds to its senses, okay? And its job is to only survive. So if you're living in a vehicle that's on autopilot that is designed to survive, it's going to try to survive no matter what, even when there's no danger, because it doesn't know anything else other than surviving. So this is why when you're stepping into your purpose or doing or going beyond the realms of your understanding, remember in the Bible it said, lean not unto your own understanding. That means that's translation for not trusting the human, but trusting God. This is why it also says, be still and know that I am God. That was a command to the body. Be still. This is the physical. Be still. Chill out. Breathe. And know that I am God. That's the spirit talking to the human. Again, that's the story of Jacob and Esau. And it's the same story of Jesus Christ and many other characters in the Bible. It's about how to navigate the human experience. So, understanding now that the reason life feels so difficult is that you are attached to the story. So, what does that look like? If you think that you're your body, you think that even advice that's coming in is here to hurt you, because judgment or criticism of any kind, uh, even if it's for your own good, all you hear with criticism is, I deserve to die. I don't deserve to be here. I am wrong. I am not good enough. I am. And you're taking all the stuff onto yourself because you think that you're the self. But the advice that you're getting from somebody who might know better, the advice is only there to make you stop and look at what you're letting the human lead you through. But the fact that you identify as the body, you take everything personally. Persona, the person, you're taking it personally. It's like me telling you about something important that you need to do, and all you hear is, you're not doing the thing that's important. I'm not doing the thing that's important for me, and therefore I don't deserve to survive. And if you look around in the world now, you'll see a lot of that. I'm offended. That's all ego. And that was done on purpose. And this is why I cannot care about people's opinion of me or what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is beyond the human understanding. And I was born in this, I was incarnated in this lifetime to go through the things that I've gone through deliberately, so I can learn all of the things that make people complain here, just to come back and shake it off and say, oh, wow, I lived everything. The reason I have this conviction is that I have lived all of it. Everything that you can complain about in this world, I have gone through all of it. And if you want to know my full story, my full detailed story, you'll get it in my book when it's released. But I go in depth and I talk everything. But every single step of the way was planned. I have gone back to the other side to see my pre-birth, my picking my parents and everything all the way up. And I even saw up until I was 13. I watched everything up until 13. But apart from that, I saw what life was supposed to be in order to make me this person that I am here in front of you today. Okay? Take my word for it, because you have the free will to not do it. But just take my word for this. I will give you everything raw from my soul. I will tell you everything, the truth. I'll give you all of the things that makes me vulnerable. I'll give you everything, just so you can forgive yourself and get out of hiding and pride, which is ego. So when I share something about myself, which any other person would be embarrassed to talk about, if I share this about me, you will see that I too am like you, or was like you. And this is how I did it. And this is how you free yourself. That's why I'm here. Let me reassure you once more, you are loved. You are not short of love. And everything that you go through here was a part of your awakening. And if you don't get caught up into the story, you will see that life is happening for you. I have gone through everything. You name it: homelessness, betrayal, abandonment, heartbreak, hunger, everything you could think of. I've gone through it times 10, because mine was like, I picked a really, really rough incarnation. Um, and you can go back and watch the interviews that I did where I talked more about it. But I chose this incarnation to go through the suffering that I went through at the level that it was, to become this version of myself in front of you here. And now I can stand here and tell you I am clairsentient, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, and I have the ability, like you, to heal. Right now, there's this movement in my hands and all of my body, but I feel more in my body when I'm getting into a deep meditative state. But right now, constantly, like nonstop, I feel this movement in both hands. So it's like an infinity sign. It's like a sideway 8, right? So it goes up around here. It makes a circle like a spiral, and it comes out, and then it goes back around, and it comes down here, and it circles around, and it doesn't, and it goes constantly. Both hands right now. The center of my body. Here, here too, because there's a pressure here. My third eye, when I wink my regular eyes, my two eyes, I can feel the center of my forehead contracts also with the muscles of these eyes, the nerves in these eyes. And I feel pressure and movement here and here. And the strongest ones are the one here, the one here, and here, and the heart, and then the sacral. These four, from here to here, I feel those moving all the time. And how I heal people is either through hugs, or I put my hands on them, or I don't have to touch them. And I could heal people remotely. So if you have something and you write me an email or Instagram, a DM or whatever, and you tell me what you need, I can send you healing from wherever you are in the world. I can send it to you, and you'll physically feel it. But anyway, I said all that to say what? I too once was a religious person. I went through a phase where I was abusing alcohol, sex, lust. I struggled with lust for a long time. Now, I didn't sleep around with a bunch of people, but the people who I had, the partners that I had, I was very lustful and very obsessive. And even though I didn't conquer a lot of women necessarily, I did look and lust after women. I just didn't have, I didn't, I never really, go all the way. Because if the opportunity ever presented itself, I never really went for it, which was always something that was interesting about me. I used to laugh at myself for that, because, it was like, wow, you have this thing where women like you, and you have all this advantage because you're tall, you're dark, handsome, and all this stuff, and on top of that you work out and whatever, all the stuff that people like in the Matrix, right? I had all these things on my side, and other people, other men who were close to me used to wonder why I didn't pretty much take advantage of all of this. But once I realized that I had the ability to, let's say, get with a woman that way, I would just lose interest. So I never really, went to home base, but I didn't, run home. But I always had the lust, and I struggled with that for a long time. And a lot of my decisions and a lot of the places that I've gone, a lot of the suffering that I've gone through was the result of my lust, until I conquered it. And I conquered it by going through it and then seeing what it did to me, and then coming out of it. So this is what life is about. You're born into this chaos, and then you're tied up like this, and then Your job is just to untangle your way and get out of it and then go back to light. That's the purpose of coming here. And a lot of us are so entangled in our story. We just go through life like this and we do the best we can like this. And then we never go out and then we die in our sins in that way. You understand? I'm going to end with this. If you want to be happy, because happiness is this idea that is so convoluted. It's such a nuanced thing. But if you want to have a peaceful life, you have to understand what that look like. A peaceful life is a purposeful life. We are not here to find peace. Peace is back home. Back home, it's nothing like what we have here. It is bliss times a trillion, gazillion, fulfillion, right? Okay, and we are here for like a store run. It's like a pit stop. It's so quick. Okay, and the happiness that you're seeking is that burning desire from the soul that knows that we are infinite. It's the part of us that knows that we are infinite and we are love. We are light beings. We are love. We're nothing but love. So the desire to find peace that you have is the one from the soul that knows that that's its birthright. And we came here to learn and be everything that we're not. Okay? If you want to have a good life here, you have to have a purposeful life. And the way you do that in a peaceful way and to have that bliss and a good time here is you have to master detachment. Detachment is the key to freedom and peace on earth. All of the struggles that we face here is due to attachment. Attachment to the story, attachment to your family, attachment to this body. That's the number one. In this life. But when you master detachment, you will be free. Even in the afterlife. Because if you lose your body and you go into the afterworld, in the afterlife or the astral world, you'll be stuck there too due to your attachments. Master the art of detachment. Detachment from the human story, detachment from the thing that you've gone through. Just be the soul in the body and use the body. You are not the body. You're born into this incarnation, into this body, to a family or to a mammal, to a woman who had her story and she came from a lineage from two people who mate however many years ago, and then they had kids, and then they had kids, and then they had kids. And then it comes down to where you decide to take a body from that family. So you come in and you're born into that family, and then you take on all those things, including their habits, their eating habits, their beliefs, everything. All these things are attachment. And then you come into this body now, into this incarnation, and you adopted all of these stories. You adopted your parents' attachments and you attach it to yourself, and you take all these labels. Oh, you're Christian? Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, you're black? Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, we were slaves? Okay, I'll wear that. Some of that right here. Oh, we like soul food, chicken and red meat and all that stuff. Yeah, I'll take that. And you adopted all these things and you added onto yourself, which is your body. And you remember, we're born into this place of amnesia or forgetfulness. So you, the soul that came in here with a purpose, your job is to go through these things and have the human experience. I'm not going to say be a monk your entire life. Enjoy the human experience. But first, you have to find self. Because no one will be as happy as you are here in this incarnation. No one will be happier than you once you are enlightened. Once you're enlightened and you're free and you cut off all attachments, you will be able to have a drink here and enjoy the life here because you are the one doing it.
as opposed to it being done upon you, the soul.